we have to point the finger at the entire front office. Don't point at the coaches. Don't point at the players. I mean, obviously the players have to give effort. I'm not saying they're not at fault for this, but I'm going to give you some stats here. I did some research because I was really frustrated and pretty much fed up with people that are like, oh, Cade sucks. He's not as good as we thought he was. He's not worthy of number one pick. All these other fan bases pretty much just, saying, LOL, Cade sucks. And it's like, really? So I looked up some stats. You ready for this, Andy?
Let's do it.
So do you want to guess how many guys so these are current. I looked at them today before the game against the Wizards. So 11/27/2023. I looked at these stats today on Basketball Reference before the game against the Wizards. So it might change a little bit, but I'm pretty sure most of these are going to stay pretty similar to what they are right now. So you want to guess how many guys in the NBA in the top 10 in field goal attempts in total this season have another teammate who's also in the top 50 in terms of field goal attempts. So guys in the top 10, they take the most shots in the NBA. How many of them have a teammate that is in the top 50 that also takes a top 50 amount of field goal attempts in the NBA? Do you want to guess how many have a teammate in the top 50?
I would probably say 20 of them.
Top 10, buddy. Top 10. So out of the 10, how many of them also have a teammate who's in the top 50?
Oh, I would say 9 of them or all 10 of them.
8 of them have a teammate in the top 50. The 2 that do not are
Cade
Cunningham and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you extend that out to the top 20 guys in the NBA who take the most field goal attempts in the NBA, guess how many of them have a teammate who's also in the top 100 in field goal attempts? And the top 20 guys in the NBA, how many of them have a teammate who's also in the top 100?
I would probably say like 19 or 20 of them. Like the majority of them do.
19 of them. Who is the one that does not have a teammate in the top 100?
Cade
Cunningham. Stop blaming Cade. He doesn't have a single teammate that's taking at least in the top 100. And again, in the top 20, it's only SGA and Cade that don't have somebody else that's in top 50 taking all these attempts and taking the load off of their shoulders. We talk so much about like, oh, you need second stars, you need big threes or whatever, but I don't think people really think about how much that is. And again, this is why I'm saying point the blame at the front office. Look at how many rebuilds have started before Troy Weaver came here. Look at how many started at the same time. Look at how many started after. And they're the only one right here with somebody who can't even find another teammate who can take that many shots to be in the top 100. That's a long list too, man. It's not a short one. Do you want to guess the top 6 guys on this roster in terms of shot attempts? Pistons, top 6 guys in terms of shot attempts. Cade is obviously number 1. Who would be number 2, Andy?
Number 2, I'm going to go with Ausar Thompson.
Ausar Thompson is number 2. Is that a problem, Andy?
Oh, absolutely.
The guy that can't make threes, the guy that can't take threes, who's also the rookie, is number 2 in shot attempts. That's inexcusable. Number 3. Who's number 3 in terms of total field goal attempts for the Detroit Pistons? Don't look at Google, Andy.
I'm going to say it's either Beef Stew or Alec Burks.
It is Isaiah Stewart, number 3. Again, is that a problem, Andy?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, again, he's learning to take threes. He should be like the 5th guy, maybe the 4th guy on offense. I don't think anybody's ever advocated for him being like top 3 offensive guy, even the people like us that love him. Number 4, shot attempts on the Detroit Pistons, Andy.
I was going to say Alec Burks, and I'm still going Alec Burks.
Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is number 4 in terms of shot attempts for the Detroit Pistons this season. Is that a problem, Andy?
Absolutely.
Again, the guy that dribbles a lot, does not make threes. Also another guard. Number 5, Andy, can you guess who number 5 field goal attempts?
Can we get Alec Burks now?
Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley is number 5 in terms of field goal attempts this season for the Detroit Pistons. And you want to guess number 6?
I'm still going to keep running with Burks.
Marcus Sasser comes in at number 6. And again, stop blaming Cade. What is wrong with you people that are like, oh, I guess Cade's not that good? look at what this front office has given him and look at what has happened right now. Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes, Marvin Bagley, Marcus Sasser are the top shot takers right after Cade. No wonder he's having all this pain. And it's not just the spacing thing. It's like this team doesn't even have a competent second guy that can take pressure off to where Asar is the guy that's taking all these other shots. And I would love to see how many of these quote unquote shot attempts are offensive rebounds, because I bet that really takes down Asar's numbers also to where he's probably like fourth or fifth. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, stop complaining about Cade.